Hello, my dear friends. Today I'm starting a series of videos about oppositions, how to interpret oppositions in Hellenistic astrology. Oppositions are one of the most important aspects in astrology, forming a direct 180-degree relationship between two planets, two or more planets, because we can have also a stellium. In Hellenistic astrology, oppositions are often viewed as difficult, yet they hold immense significance in understanding the dynamics of a natal chart. This aspect is characterized by tension, contrast, and the necessity of integration. Unlike squares, which indicate internal struggles and conflicts requiring resolution, opposition manifests as externalized confrontation and challenges. In Greek, the name of opposition is diametros. It's considered one of the 5 aspectal configurations, the main aspect. The nature of the opposition is inherently dualistic. It links signs of opposite polarity, one diurnal or masculine and one nocturnal and feminine, and opposing elements, fire oppose air, or earth oppose water, which creates natural conflict. In Hellenistic doctrine, this aspect is classified among the diametral configurations, which were understood to be of a malefic or challenging nature, especially when involving malefic planets. I remind you that malefic planets in Hellenistic astrology are Mars and Saturn. I'm not talking about outer planets as malefics, even they can be seen like this in modern astrology, but I want to deal first of all with Hellenistic ideas. Unlike the harmonious trine or sextile, the opposition pits two forces against each other. Yet it also places them on the same axis, suggesting that each planet sees and reflects the other clearly. This quality makes the opposition less blind than the square, but equally demanding. Although the opposition implies separation, its deeper function is to complete integration between the two houses, two signs, or planetary principles involved. The planets are in mutual visibility. They see each other fully across the zodiac. This visibility was crucial in ancient doctrine. Planets that behold one another through aspects were considered engaged in active dialogue. In Hellenistic thought, oppositions were sometimes viewed as a mirror of the self, a projection that requires conscious engagement to resolve. The balance must be sought not by choosing one side over the other, but by creating a synthesis and honors both. In many Hellenistic texts, opposition aspects are associated with external circumstances, particularly those that force the native to confront conflicts, division, or significant turning points. Because the planets are positioned in opposition hemisphere of the chart, the tension tends to manifest outwardly through relationships, social circumstances, or life events that feel outside of the native's control. Opposition, then, serves as a trigger for consciousness. It pushes the native toward awareness through challenge. If not integrated, it may lead to projection, blaming others for qualities within the self. When integrated, it can result in mature self-knowledge and personal evolution. As you know, in Hellenistic astrology, the main house system is the wall sign system that I'm also using. So oppositions always activate two opposing houses, such as, for example, the 1st and the 7th, self and others, the 2nd and 8th, personal resources versus shared resources, 4 and 10, private life, public life, and so on. Each opposition illuminates a central axis of human experience, revealing tensions that must be solved for the native to grow. For example, when it's an opposition between the first and the seventh house, it's about growing by dealing with identity versus partnership. Between fourth and 10th house, family and home versus career and public role. 6th and 12th houses, service and routine versus retreat and surrender. The activation of this axis often marks pivotal stages in life, especially when the opposition is highlighted by transits, perfections, or Time Lord periods, or also Firdaria, or whatever other techniques that are used in Hellenistic astrology. Because of their externalizing nature, opposition frequently coincide with major relationship dynamics or life events. Marriage, breakups, job changes, relocations, or public recognitions. In ancient astrology, such aspects were closely monitored in predictive techniques like zodiacal releasing, annual perfections, and solar revolutions, where the timing of oppositional activations could mark critical turning points. But critical turning points doesn't mean that it must to be a bad experience, especially when luminaries, sun or moon, or angular planets are involved. Opposition are considered fateful markers, often linked to the fulfillment or disruption of destiny, related themes in the chart. While Hellenistic astrologers acknowledged the opposition as a challenging aspect, they also understood its transformative power. It opposes duality, demands reconciliation, and offers the possibility of wholeness through reflection. When navigated through these aspects in the natal chart, this helps the native grow in awareness, in wisdom, and integration. These aspects invite a lifelong dialogue between opposing truths, and it's the tension between those truths that meaning and mastery can emerge. In Hellenistic astrology, aspects are analyzed based on the doctrine of the whole sign aspect, where planets in opposing signs are automatically considered to be in opposition. The classical astrologers emphasized the concept of testimony, meaning that planets witnessing each other through opposing exert a strong and sometimes discordant influence. Unlike the more modern psychological approach, Hellenistic astrologers viewed oppositions through the lens of essential nature. Opposing signs are of different elemental and modal qualities, leading to natural discord. However, through philosophical and practical applications, oppositions can be understood as necessary tensions that drive evolution and awareness. Actually, we can see oppositions like something that we need to make a complementary action using ingredients from these two planetary opposition. So it's a kind of highway that we go and come back until we integrate both sides in ourselves. And this is a process of learning, understanding due to our evolution in this life. If we see oppositions like they are something like our enemies, and we don't want to look at it, we don't want to integrate, our life will not be so easy to deal with. What I will show in the following videos, I want to show you how to integrate, how to use the oppositions that you have in your natal charts in such a way to make your life better and to evolve. So, until next time, I wish you all the best. Take care of you. Bye-bye.